Hello guys, and welcome to another video from Vintage Radar. Today I'm going to show you how to set the time, day and date on your Swatch watch. As you can see here, we have three different models. One has no date, so we are going to set only the time. Here we have only the day of the month, and here we have a day-date complication, meaning you can set the day of the week and the day of the month. So first, let's start with the most basic one. This has no date complication, so you simply pull the crown to the last position, move the watch hands in a clockwise direction. Always do that on all watches. After you have set the time, simply push the crown all the way back in and you are done. Now for the second model, here we have a date complication at 4 o'clock. Most of the watches are going to have the date complication at 3 o'clock. Now you are going to have two positions when you pull the crown. If you pull the crown all the way, you are going to be able to set the time. If you pull it only to the first position, you are going to be able to set the date. Now before you set the time, you need to set the date. And if you want to set the date on the 10th, you must set the date on the 9th first, so 1 day prior to the date that you want to set, so that we can move the watch hands and see whether we are AM or PM. So I'm going to pull the crown to the first position. In this position, I'm going to be able to change the date. Let's say I want to make it the 15th. So I'm going to go on the 14th. And here I'm going to pull the crown all the way. And now I'm going to go past 12. And when I do that, I'm going to be able to see whether the date changes or not. If it did not change, I'm going to go once again past 12. And as you can see now, the date changes to the 15th. So if you wanted to have the time 6 AM on the 15th, you now know that you are AM. If I'm going to go once again past 12, I'm going to know that I am PM. So now I'm going to make it 5 PM. So that is why you want to set the date 1 day prior and then go manually past 12 so that you know that you are AM or PM. Now I'm going to push the crown all the way back in and we are done. If you are new to the channel, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and also check out our two websites, watchesineurope.com for watch reviews and tutorials, and vintageradar.com for vintage and pre-owned watches. Now we have the last model that has the day-date complication, meaning that you can set the day of the week in the middle and the day of the month on the outer ring, so on the outer square. Once again, we are first going to set the date and then we are going to set the time. The date should always be set 1 day prior, and you need to apply that on both the day of the week and the day of the month. So let's say that I want to make it the 15th and Friday. I'm going to make it the 14th and Thursday. Then I'm going to pull the crown all the way, go past 12. So let's do that. So I'm going to pull the crown to the first position. Now in one direction, I'll be able to change the day of the week. So I made it Thursday. And in the opposite direction, I'm going to change the day of the month. So just as I mentioned, the 14th and Thursday, because my end goal is to make it the 15th and Friday. Now I'm going to pull the crown all the way. And now I'm going to go past 12. So let's do that. As you can see, nothing happened. This means that we were AM. And now since I am PM, I'm going to actually be able to change both of them. So now I know that it is Friday, the 15th, and now it is 5 AM. So 5 in the morning. If I want to make it PM, so let's make it 6:45 PM. I'm going to go past 12. And let's make it 6:45 PM. Now that we have both the time and the date set, I'm going to push the crown all the way back in. And at this point, guys, we have the time, the day and date set on our Swatch watch. So guys, that was the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. If so, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a bunch of other videos on Swatch watches, other watch models. We have also a lot of vintage Swatch watches for sale on our website, link in the description below. Thank you guys, and I'm going to see you on the next video.